All right, I think we are all back in the game. Before we move on to our next segment, just to check that everyone marked their attendance again. Yes? All right. Fine. I hope you enjoyed food and some caffeine as well. Looks like food coma now. All right. So let us start off with our next trainer. She likes to club wherever her mommy is. Her mom is attending the COT2. Say hello to Yee Fee. She's a past Division Z Director, District 80 Toastmasters of the Year in 2023, past District Admin Manager, current Division J Advisor, District 80 PR Team and District Credentials Chair. She's a club president for Nike Advanced International Toastmasters Club, chartered member Singapore International Toastmasters, and past president of NUS Toastmasters Club. She also loves to explore Toastmasters dashboard and Basecamp. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Li Xian.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and friends. So, good afternoon. How many of you think that this involves you? Pathways management. These are some of my credentials, so why I enjoy exploring pathways, and I use all these roles to explore even more. Club Central, Leadership Central, and everything. So, who are the Basecamp managers? So, if you think this does not involve you, do you think you can sleep? Who thinks that you can go to sleep now? I see someone you're asleep. Okay, if you are a Basecamp manager, please stand up. Stand up. Let's give them a round of applause. Basecamp managers, stand up. Okay, what are your roles? Why do you think you are a Basecamp manager? What role are you having?
Stand up.
What role are you?
Club president now, here with me.
Thank you. Let me request. What is club president?
I'm also club president, but previously also an SAA.
Thank you. Okay, I go behind. I think he's not a president. Hi, what role are you having?
Secretary.
Secretary of the club.
Singapore International Toastmasters. So good is terrific. SGIT stands for So Good is Terrific.
Thank you. Any?
Also a member.
Yeah, same time. So who is also a VPE? Can I see a VPE? Okay. Hi.
Hi. VPE from Nike Advanced International.
Thank you. So you are all Basecamp managers. So if you are not a Basecamp manager, does this involve you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why yes? Who are the Basecamp managers? Yeah, just now we have mentioned VPE, Secretary, and Club President. Why do I put it in this order? Because VPE is the owner of Basecamp. Secretary is the supporter of Basecamp. And Club President, you need to have access to everything, so you need to know everything. But who has access to Basecamp Manager? Who has been into the Basecamp Manager portal? Have you all tried? this portal? Can VPPR access this portal? Actually, the answer is all 7 experts have access. You all do not have the responsibility, but you get to see, get to sign, and also get to support the Basecamp managers. You only go in, you only press if they give you access. So it should be done by VPP unless they give you access. For example, when I was in SGIT, I was the, what was I? SA. But the club president gave me access to mark my mom's level completion just for fun. Yeah. So anyway, officially is these 3, but others have access also. And also because you all may be the next VPE, so it's good to learn now. So what do Basecamp managers do? You need to have pathways, acknowledge, mentoring Basecamp, and also tracking members' progress and to motivate them. So who here thinks that it's hard to do the level approvals? Is it very complicated? No? Who says no? I heard someone say no. You've done it before? Yes. Yeah. It's not complicated, it's quite fun. So let me now go into the technicality of Basecamp Manager. So first, log in. Have you all been to this already? How many of you have logged into Toastmasters? I assume everyone. But how many of you haven't seen this page before? Okay, if you haven't done it, try to enter it as soon as possible or check if your other expos. And then log in. And then discover the exciting world of Basecamp. Why is it exciting? So first, you must go into Basecamp. And then now you are seeing this, welcome to Basecamp. And it has your name, so yay! And then, when you go to your name, yeah. So when you press your name, you have more things here. Profile, request, my clubs, Toastmasters home, and sign up. So what I want to show next is the Basecamp Manager, exclusive club officer access. So members cannot see this, huh? So if you are a club officer, do explore. So what do we have here? Once you click into Basecamp Manager, then the first thing you see is approval. So on this page, you can see your members who have submitted your levels, level completion. If you are exco of more than 1 club, you actually can see approvals from more than 1 club. So this is something the VPEs should take note if you are expos of other clubs, because you do not want to accidentally approve another club's education level, because that will be under another club's VPE, and it will become problematic when you have members from the same club in 2 different clubs as you. Next is the members overview. What can you see? Select your club, and then you can see from members overview you can see your members' latest credentials. Come here, past progress. You can see this person having 2 times pass in progress. And then these are all the incomplete tasks. Then you can see how many has completed. And then, oh, level 3 is in progress. And if you click into the name, you can see even more. You can see exactly the levels, the project titles, what project is they are doing, and everything. So why is this important? Because when you want to do path approvals, you may need to come here to verify whether the member has done it. You can also see completion dates. And then finally, recent activity. This is somewhere you can see what your members have been doing, including purchasing paths and all this, enrolled in paths. But these are some information that you can see, but it only lasts for 60 days. So what happens when a member submits a level completion request? Have you all seen this email? So when a member submits a level completion, the first indication the VPE will get is this email, level completion request. And then from here you can see the approval. This is one example. First I go to approvals and then review. And then from here, this is what happens after you press review, then you get to see what's going on there. Meet friends. And then this is the later one because this one it was earlier, we don't have the enhancements part. But now you get to see an enhancement here. So you cannot exactly see what enhancement the person has done, but you just know that the member has partly completed. So that's why it appears here, and then all the projects are completed, and then approved. And then you can write your comments. Although I don't know where the comments go, I've been asking TI, I've emailed TI to ask where the comments will go, but I don't know where it goes. Anyway, you can screenshot this and share it with your member. Approve. And then the next thing you will ask, do you really want to approve? This is the last chance you can press cancel. Anyway, after approving, you get this turning thing. And then I know someone gets really excited when this thing appears because it only appears for a few seconds. My former VP gets very excited and screenshot me. So with this, it's approved. Then you can congratulate your member. And what happens after this? What happens after you approve a member's level completion? Can anyone share? Why is this important to the member and the club? I thought someone said get vouchers. Sorry? Me and hands up and answer. Yeah? Your goals, yes. DCP goals. Any more?
Eligible to go take the next level.
In the way, yes, you can start working on your next enhancements of appointment holders. And this also, so your member, you get this. Congratulations for completing. Only it's me receiving this. So they will say who approved and your name. And then they will encourage you to go. This is the email on the member side. And then, when the exco goes into daily reports, you can get to see the approvals here as well. But this is public information. So unless you hide your name will appear here. This is daily reports. Education achievements. This gets updated every 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. the next day. And next is the contribution to the DCP. This gets updated periodically. And now, how do you track your members' progresses? Pathways progresses and appointment roles. How do you track it? As VP, any VPEs want to share? Go to the base camp? Yeah, correct. So, for pathways projects, you can go to the members portal. So the members are encouraged to fill up this at the complete your project. So has anyone seen this? This only is applicable on the new paths. So the enhanced 6 paths, you can get this. So fill out your speech title, and when you choose your evaluator will actually get the e-copy of the evaluation form as well. And then once the member does this, then you can go to paths in progress, and then another place to check is this place, paths in progress, only Basecamp manager can see. And if you are a normal member, you can also see your members' progress by going to My Clubs, go to View All, and then scroll down. You can see yourself, About, number your member, Achievements, scroll down all the way. You can also see your members' badge collection. This is open to all members. You can see each other in your clubs. Feedback badges, you can send your members badges. But when you scroll down some more, that is the speech log. So speech log is where members can see their titles, speech titles, which levels they are completed, the project they are submitted to which club. But they cannot see which pathways projects or which level they have done. They can only see the path. So only Basecamp managers get to see the details here. Yeah. But ideally, you all should also have your own record because TI does not keep the records for too long occasionally. So, another thing we can do is to download your certificates. So still in your members view, And when you see your members, you can go to their certificates and download. So next is meeting roles. How do you all track meeting roles? As a member, how do you track your meeting roles? Do you just ask your VPE, hopefully your VPE tracks for you? Who tracks your own roles? Or when was your last, okay, let me ask someone, when is your last evaluator role? Anyone remember? I heard something. 2 months back. And when is your last timer role? Anyone did timer role? They're very hard to remember, right? So there's one way to track as a member, which is to go to your profile. So your profile. So this part you can see is empty, but you can populate this with your meeting roles. So how do you do this? Go to your profile and select your role and date, and then save. And with this, you edit here and save. And with this, it will appear here. This will allow your club officers to easily check what roles you have done, and also for yourself to have a record. But to me, ideally, you also should have another own record to record your meeting role, date, club, program sheet, and a photo of you performing the role. Not because you need to know what you have done, but occasionally the district also has some incentives. Like the upcoming division J, I think there's something going on. So you will hear about it. So it's your own record. You can see, oh, actually I've done 10 evaluators roles, and then from the first one to the number 10, I have grown a lot more and learned from it. So I personally also like to do different roles every year, just to make sure I stay left. I won't be rusty in the roles. So, club officers' own record. This is to make sure that we know where the members are and who it is approved by. So this is my own record. I started this in NUS Toastmasters Club when I was VPE. And then the next one is to also track each member's projects. And another way is also to track each level, what they have done and where they have done it. This is so that eventually when we mark and approve their levels, we know where they are. Of course, we will hope that the member did their own due diligence. So if we suspect that the member didn't do it, we ask the member to show where they have done. And I like to also have a master list. Why is this important? It's because we can easily search Ctrl F and then we know where the member has done anything. It is quite tedious, but it's quite useful. We can see the attendance of each member. And also whenever a visiting Toastmaster or member say, hey, when was my last timer role? Then we can immediately show this to the members. So next, base camp level submission and DCPs. How is approvals related to DCP? So level 1, do you all remember just now Oscar had the DCP presentation? So pathways level 1, when you approve a level 1, what does it contribute to?
1/4 of the cost.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Hossein. What about pathways level 2? Pathways level 2 is DCP item point 2 and point 3, so it's like there are 2 for each. You need 2 level 2s. Pathways level 3, DCP number. Yes, DCP number 4. You have to submit 2. Pathways level 4.
What?
1 of DCP item 5 and 6. Pathways level 5.
What?
Nothing. You just receive a certificate. It's a trick question. So if the member will still need you to approve it before they can reach the path completion project, you still need to mark it, but it does not contribute to anything. It's still needed. Then path completion. See, DCP point item 5 and 6. What about DTM? Where does it go?
5 or 6.
5 or 6, correct? Pathways mentoring program? 2? level completion if you want a triple count. This is a way to try to get triple crown without doing a real path-based level. And online meeting mastery. You heard of online meeting mastery?
No.
No. It's a very new level or new path appearing on the pathways. It's also contributed, it's seen as a level 2. So for every item, it counts towards triple crown award except level 5. So pathways completion will show up as level something 5 or triple crown. So you just check your dashboard, you see everything. Yeah. For PM5, you will be the presidential mastery path completion. That means if you complete level 5, it does not count towards anything. So must make sure that your member completes all the way to path completion, then it is considered your club's level 5 completion or path completion. So, do you all have any questions so far for the technicalities? Here's the timer. That's timer, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, let's quickly go into enhancements. So, yes?
The part you say we encourage, send some words of encouragement to the person you are approving the level. Just now you mentioned there is some part where you can write some words of encouragement to the person you are approving the level. So you say you don't know where it goes.
Yeah.
So how do I make sure that the person I'm sending to see the message?
Okay, you can. Unfortunately, for now, you can't see where it goes. But there is an alternative to that. There are badges you can give your members. So later, I can show you where it is. So anyway, I'll quickly go through public enhancements. So please take this picture if you haven't done so. Because this will let you know what you need to check before you approve. So, path-based enhancements before and after, what's the difference is, part 1 no change,
The
part 2
QR
is
code is deactivated for some reason.
it's not there. I'll send you all later. I just Google for path-based enhancements. Sorry for this. Later there's another picture that you can take. So part 1 no changes, the path-based features, except we have more features now, vintage path and exploration. Next is part 2, you need to do roles. And part 3, you need to do education presentations. Yay! Who wants to be a trainer? Oh, okay. The difference is you need to add 5 seminars, 50 minutes required for each. Oh, the good thing is more resources provided, but this will increase the number of speeches by 30% and at least 65% more of the speaking time. So it's actually to connect back the good old traditional past where we have speeches and roles. Just for fun, last time I did a lot of stuff to get the CL, so we are bringing this back. It's quite interesting. And then it's a holistic learning journey. Okay, so becoming a DTM, all your speeches, what you are approving will contribute to this. And then, why we need to do path, because you get to learn communication. And why we need to do roles is because we enhance our communication together with leadership. Okay, so one very important thing in the requirements of the enhancements is each member must complete their meeting roles while working on the relevant level to receive credit. So this means that a member cannot, let's say I'm working on level 1 speeches, not approved yet, and if I go to do a level 3, say, I go to a level 4, say general evaluator role, it is actually not counted. You cannot count it towards level 4. So I can only count it when my level 3 is completed. So this is probably bad news for members, but good news for base camp managers. Why is it? So, because it's easier to track. When the member is working on level 1, you just need to mark whether they have completed level 1 roles or not. Because they do anything else is a bit useless. I mean, it's good for their learning, but then does not count towards level completion. Although it's probably bad because by the time the members completed level 3, they need to look for so many chapter meetings to do general evaluator role, TMB, and blah blah blah. Anyway, this is what they officially say. How the clubs do it. Yes. So, education series, we have 3 series. You can download here because in the education series we need to allocate 10 to 15 minutes and they must have an evaluator. So this is a quick download for the evaluation forms. They are similar within each series. Their evaluation forms are the same. So this is the leadership series. The good thing is the slides are all presented, and these are all the different series. You all can explore on your own. So level 1 is special because the table topic speaker role must be completed before the first icebreaker role. And then the evaluator is actually the level 1 project for evaluation and feedback speech. And then, yeah, blah blah blah. This is the summary of everything. This one you can take a picture. Because next is a quiz, yes?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can you share these slides if you want to?
Yeah. There's a QR code at
I
the
don't
end.
think people will remember.
Yeah, you're not supposed to remember this. So take the picture of this because next is the enhancements question. Take a picture. Yeah. Okay, scenario 1. George has just started a new path. When can he do his icebreaker speech? Yes, after the table topics. If he does table topics master role, what can he clear now? No, table topics role. Can he contribute this to anything? Level 2, which?
Level 3.
So cannot. But there's actually something he can contribute to. But the next one, how many project evaluator roles does he need to do to complete level 1 requirement? 1. Okay, so if he does table topic master role, he cannot clock it as a level 2 enhancement, but he can clock it as a level 3 elective, active listening project, or a motivational strategies level 2 project 1 project. And how many project evaluator roles is that? Next one, Lily is planning a table topics master, planning to be a table topics master at her club and plans to use active listening project for level 3 presentation mastery elective project. Can she also clock this as topics master for level 2 enhancement? No, why? Yeah, correct. Can she do an education series presentation at the same chapter meeting? And can she do a level 3 project 1 speech? Okay, I think I just need to answer. So yes, you're right. The first one you can only receive 1 credit for each role. So take note that table topics master is a role. She can do an education series because it is a speech. At each meeting you can do 1 role and 1 speech to be clocked for halfway. And so that's why she can also do a level 3 project 1. So at each chapter meeting you can clock 1 appointment role and 1 speaking role. Speaking role includes your path-based projects that are speeches and also education seminar. Unless your role is there are 2 projects that are roles, that is the active listening and the online meeting management. So just to take note, 1 appointment role, 1 speaker role. Ideally we don't want to have the 2 together, but if your club somehow has less appointment holders, we will somehow encounter that each member does more than 1 role. Run 1 item. So if let's say your member is doing table topics, master, and general evaluator somehow, only 1 of these can be clocked for that meeting. So scenario 3, you have 3 members who have completed 3 pathways projects in their level 2. getting their level 2 completed. So Sally is now working on presentation mastery level 2. What else do they need before they can get level 2 completed? And effective coaching level 2. You know, there's a difference do you recognize the difference in these two paths other than they are different paths? Presentation mastery is a current path. Effective coaching is legacy path already. So legacy paths, they are exempted from pathways enhancement. Wow. I mean, if the club wants them to do, it's okay, but in the system, base camp, they are not enhanced. And Mandarin, previously it was not enhanced as well, but now, I'm not sure. So whatever you do, you must always go back to your own base camp, the members' base camp, to see what is available. So, TI not enhanced legacy paths yet. So this path can be not completed. But if it is in your pathways system, your base camp, ideally the member must look through it. So scenario 4. Kelly has completed her level 3 presentation mastery path and her VPE has approved this on 1st November 2025. If she has done a Toastmaster of the Day role on 15 October, can this become towards her level 4 meeting requirement? No. Yeah, correct. Because as of this day, she hasn't completed level 3 yet. If she has done her Toastmaster role, Toastmaster means the Toastmaster of the Year in TI, on 29 November, can this be counted? Yes, you all know why, right? If she has done Toastmaster role on 29 November and 9 December, can she count her second Toastmaster role to level 5? That side, I don't hear any answers. You haven't to answer? Any answers from this side? Not sure. The answer is, the first one is no, because haven't completed level 3 and the point of doing it. Number 2 is can, because it happened after she got her level 3 completion, so it can be considered a level 4. And part 3 is can only considered count towards level 5 if she has completed her level 4 before her TMD role. So all clear? Okay. So yes, now clarification. Okay, so how do you extract evaluation forms? Who is in charge of getting evaluation forms? Who is in charge of getting evaluation forms? Members, VPEs? Ideally, it's the members who download and send to the VPE. So, how do you extract your evaluation form? For members, have you seen this page? Yes? So now, this is the new pathways. If you open this, go to event icebreaker, the first item here, you get to see a lot of resources. So if you go to evaluation resource, this is where you can download and send to your VPE. If your member does not know this, you have to let your member know. It's the same for all features, project evaluation resource. And there's another thing called the library, resource library. So what you can do is go to your home, go to resources, and then search category, change to evaluation resource, and write down. That is another way, but this one you still need to log into TI properly. And finally, what I like to do is a shortcut, which is Google. Serious Google, most of the evaluation forms are on Google. So this is a shortcut for the VPs, but not for the members. Members should go through properly. And next, easily misunderstood projects. So have you all seen people doing leadership, understanding our leadership style, but not going through the survey? How many leadership styles are there in Toastmasters? Who has done this project? Who has done understanding our leadership before? Hands up. I see 2, 3. leadership styles are there in Toastmasters. There's a leadership style, understanding of communication style. Leadership style is 8. And you have to go through a survey. But a lot of times, a lot of members either they didn't go through the project guide, and then they will look up or use their own interpretation to do this. So make sure they go through the guide. And then understanding of communication styles, how many are there? 4, correct. Toastmasters mentoring project also a lot of misconception. Just need to check. Managing difficult audience. Sometimes the member will just give a project on how to manage difficult audience instead of letting the VP know. So when we go through the project, they need to go to project checklist. From here, they will tell you what you need to prepare, what you need to tell the VP. So as VPEs, perhaps you also need to roughly know what the projects are about, because the members sometimes are new and they don't really know about the project objectives. And every exco is here to see whether the member is growing properly. So if you notice that something is not true, right, let your VP know. Yeah. And how do you know what is available in members' app? Because sometimes I'm on effective coaching, engaging humor. How do I know what is in presentation mastery? You know where to see? No? There's one place, home education programs, tasks and projects. And then you can see, click onto any of these. And then you get to see what is available in all the tasks, the projects, and then probably search for the guide. And how to acknowledge your members. Just now there was one question saying, if I'm the VP, I want to, when I comment, the comment does not go anywhere. So where else can I acknowledge the person? So first you can go into your members, your club. So from here you go to my club and then you can select the club. And then for example, I'm going to give a feedback to Yash. So thanks for being enthusiastic as always and cheerful community and all the best for your division 3 timer. And then I select this and then post feedback. Are you sure you want to give this feedback to our timer? Yes or no? Yes. Unfortunately, Toastmasters portal sometimes is a bit wonky. I tried doing this and then it gave me this error. So I'll try again later. But what happens when you get a batch? You go to your own profile and then you can copy the URL. And then you can copy this and put on LinkedIn and Facebook. So as an exco, you can also consider using this batch option to motivate your members. Members can also do this to motivate and acknowledge each other. So all in all, when we do all this, we need to consider the core values. A lot of approval is based on integrity. You may not know what the member has done exactly, but as long as you trust the member, you can maybe consider marking it, approving it. And of course, we will need to respect our members and try to provide the best service and excellence to one another. So in conclusion, always refer back to your members' base camp before you know what to approve. And enjoy your ex-officer role and path-based journey. Explore base camp now. So up to now, do you all have any questions on what to access, what you need to know? No questions? Yes, Suresha?
So, as a member, sometimes I see that team members find it difficult to select the evaluation form. We have 2 types of projects. Maybe can you wait a bit on that?
What do you mean by 2 types of projects?
Yes, one is education, the additional ones and the original ones. Original ones are projects that were recently the one I discussed with you. We have regular projects, then we have...
Okay. Okay, I think I know what he was asking about. So sometimes you have members taking on the active listening, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. No, that's where we go back to the... There's one part where we can see what members are working on. No, like what it is available in each part. Is it here? here. So when you click into this, let's say you don't know what's your member's next project. Your member is a bit blur, don't know how to enter and see. So maybe I'm on presentation mastery, but I don't know what my level 2 is. I forgot how to access my Basecamp. So VPE may want to go through here to let the member know what they are supposed to do next. But the next thing is probably to have a meeting with, or ask the mentor to meet with the member to show how to enter the Basecamp again. Because everyone's Basecamp may be updated differently depending on the path. For example, I'm having an old path, effective coaching path. So my exco will not know what I'm having actually. So they can come here, yeah, somewhere down there. They will know what effective coaching is about, and then roughly see whether I'm doing my things correctly. And then from the project guide, it will say that, oh, active listening, what is it about? It is about maybe taking one table topic master role, or how to go about it. So the project guide is very, very important. So every member is encouraged to go through the guides before doing the speech. If not, you can sometimes tell, especially for understanding your leadership and understanding the communication styles. Any other questions? If you want a copy of the slides, you can take a look at this. You can scan this QR code, and all the guides will be there. I know some of this, if you are regularly entering Basecamp, you will probably know all these things already. If you have not, then this is something new. And if initially you thought that you do not have access, also do enter. Now that you know you get to see your members' progress, and also you know how to encourage your members using all the new tools available. Hopefully all this will help you do your VPE and tracking of your members' roles better, and I hope you all have a better understanding on path-based Basecamp. With that, thank you very much, and I would like to hand back my time to CFDI.
Thank you, Lishan. I hope we all now know how to navigate the pathways better and to communicate it to our members. Let us again give her a round of applause. All right, our next segment is very interesting because we might have the best of venue